Welcome to Universal Hyundai. We're doing a test drive review on the 2019 Veloster R Spec. Good thing I know how to drive manual. I have the Elantra Turbo. I bought that last year, 2017, and it's manual as well. Very similar horsepower. I'm interested to test this out. The clutch feels a little bit different, and when I'm adjusting here, it's a really quick adjustment here. It's a little bit different from my Elantra. I kind of like it a lot more because you can kind of switch the gears a little bit different. I mean, a little bit quicker. Now, one thing I forgot to mention on the walk around, this Veloster, even on the base model, you have the driver attention warning alert, which I mentioned how it kind of reads your driving dynamics. And if you're driving a little weird, or if you take your hands off the steering wheel, it's going to alert you. It's going to say you might need to take a break. Monitor how long you're driving for as well. Now, what's cool as well, that's standard on the car, is the automatic emergency avoidance assistance as well. So it's going to detect vehicles, and if I'm not paying attention and I'm not braking at all and I'm about to hit a car, it will try to brake itself if it senses the car in front of me. So these are some safety features that Hyundai has put standard on the vehicle. You have standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with a nice backup camera, if you could look. It's very good HD quality. I believe it's one of the best in the market, in my opinion. Not to knock Nissan and some of these other brands, but it's a really good backup camera. Hyundai has some really good quality cars. For the new 2019 Santa Fe, they built their own transmission for that car. It's an 8-speed transmission, and a lot of people don't know Hyundai actually builds transmission for Porsche. They sell their steel to Mercedes, GM. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of different engineers. They had a guy from the BMW 3 Series work on the suspension of the 18 Sonata. And this is a sport tune suspension as well. I believe it's a multi-link rear suspension, a McPherson front strut suspension. It's all sport tuned with the steering wheel and the exhaust. They changed the character of it to make it sound better. As you can notice, there's a nice little sound to it. You got a really good pickup in this car. One thing that I love is the lane keep assist that a lot of people don't know too much about. They think it's lane departure warning, where when you hit the lane, it beeps. It will do that, but that's not what the lane keep assist is all about. It is actually going to try to steer for you while you're driving. So Hyundai's not going to recommend you to take your hands off the wheel, but you actually could take your hands off the wheel and it's going to turn for you within the lanes, even if you're making a turn. As long as you're going over 40 miles per hour. So you have to keep that in mind. I'm going to test that out right now so you guys can get an idea maybe. I know it's going to be kind of hard maybe to look at the road and my hands at the same time, but, as far as my cameraman. But just so you can get an idea, you have to go over 40 miles per hour. Look, it's active right now, but there's a lane that's not visible right here, so it might get deactivated. But look, I'm taking my hands off the steering wheel, and it's moving itself now. We're coming up to some traffic right here, so I have to stop. I'm gonna make a right here. But it's a really cool feature, especially if you're on the highway and you just set it in cruise control, and you can kind of relax a little bit, have one hand on the wheel. Obviously drive safe, maybe not always keep one hand on the wheel, but it's a very luxurious feature and for your convenience, especially if you were to drop something or whatever happens, the car actually steers itself, which is pretty amazing. But keep in mind, if you're passing like an intersection or something like that where the lanes aren't visible, it might reset itself because the lanes aren't visible. It uses a sensor up here. But I really like the way this car feels. I'm going to test it out a little bit more and drop it all the way to second gear. You can hear the cleanness. I hit the lane a little bit. You heard it beep and alert me. That was the lane departure warning. Obviously, how fast you're going is going to be a determinant on whether the lane keep assist is going to keep you in the lane as well. I was going pretty fast there. But right now, as you can see, the steering wheel is turning itself. I'm not touching anything. The lane keep assist is just allowing itself to turn the car for me. I'm at a 4-way stop sign now. But it's a beautiful car. All LED lighting, very fancy. You got the 8-inch screen with the Apple CarPlay, so I can use my navigation, which I think is a lot better than the factory navigation because you don't have to worry about buying updates. It's a lot quicker because normally in factory navigations, you have to type all the address in and do all that yourself, or say basic things and find the points of interest. with the Apple CarPlay, I could just hit this button and say, oh, find the nearest coffee shop, or 26 Pine Island Circle, whatever it is, address that I want to look for. It's going to read it really quick, and Siri will hear me. And I could, you know, send text messages to people. I could say, text so-and-so, and it'll text them, which is pretty cool. So, I mean, in 2019, they're coming out with a lot of technology, a lot of safety senses. Hyundai, a lot of people don't think, is very known for their sport vehicles, but I would attest to that. When they came out with the Genesis Coupe, that was a real good sports car with a stabilizing bar, a lot of horsepower, and now they're making a lot of sportier cars. I mean, obviously the Veloster is one of them, and they're coming out with another Veloster called the N-Line, which is going to be very expensive for a reason, because you're going to have over 270 horsepower in that car as a 4-cylinder. It's beautiful. But this one with the 201 horsepower is nice and fun to play with the manual. It's really quick with the torque as well, as far as how much giddy up we get in the earlier gears. But you got to check it out. You have to test drive it. If you're interested in this class, kind of the hatchback class, coupe class, this is a car you definitely want to see, because the price points on these cars are very strong. Not only that, you're going to be equipped with America's best warranty, which I've reiterated, well, I always reiterate on all my videos. You got a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, engine, transmission, 5 years or 60,000-mile warranty, new vehicle warranty, which covers, you know, any components that are defected. It will cover that. Most of the competition is 3 years or 36. And you keep in mind, you have 5 years roadside assistance as well. Here at Universal Hyundai, we have the older Velosters as well, the turbocharged Velosters 2016 manual. We have some 15s here, so come check them out while you can. If you see this video pretty early and you're interested in this class, we have plenty of new cars and pre-owns that are certified pre-owned with the 100,000-mile warranty on it. We have a lot of different variety to check out, so please subscribe to us at the bottom of the page. Check out our next video, and have a good day.